fmtraining.tv. The name is Margaret. I'll be a broadcast engineer for today. Hope you're all having a lovely Monday. Hello, Nick. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, I've got a couple rounds of announcements. First one is up is that me and Richard will be heading to full access in the middle of October or towards the middle end of October, or around the 20th. Yes, they have a discount. We have a
Peppermint Hippo at a discounted price.
This one, FM Training 2025. You get $400 off, which is pretty substantial. So feel free to come out and meet us. Real quick, we do this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday on 3 different platforms, YouTube, Discord, and Twitch. So feel free to pick your platform and show up. And if you want to pop to a different one, let me know and I'll transition you out of the one you're currently on. But we have a host of topics this week. We've got 3 days with Nick, 2 days on improving your code or optimizing your code. Wednesday will be custom portal sorting with calc fields and get field. 2 things, feel free to buy our FileMaker training video courses if you find yourself in need of video training or you don't like our live stream format. I know that is an ongoing thing with people sometimes. The other thing is that if you look at all this FileMaker stuff, you're like, I really love FileMaker as a platform, but I don't want to make it myself, or you've hit like an API shenanigan you don't want to deal with, or pick the problem, feel free to reach out to us at support@rcconsulting.com. We have a host of senior engineers that can assist you with your problems. With all that being said, I think I'm going to hand it over to you, Nick. What are we doing today?
Today we do like a recap of everything we did like so far, right? So it's and I think I had a good idea. Last time I left over, we had like a kind of a competition going on, saying, okay, how you can fix, the calculation that we were doing, right? It's pretty much making a blob, building the blob without to have like a crazy case, crazy stuff like this, and instead of having a crazy calculation, and something that, okay, first let me share my screen. In FileMaker, and that is going inside the topic, today's topic, anyway. So in FileMaker, can you see my screen? Is it big enough?
I can. It is big enough, so you're good.
Okay, cool. In FileMaker, we have different type of calculations, ergo different type of script as well. Okay. We have calculations that are usable only for one purpose. That means you can use it from one table for one purpose, and it cannot be used for something else. Example, this one here, this one here, where it was the I think I still have it here. I hope I had one like this here. Maybe I lost it. Maybe, okay, this one. Okay. This calc, right, is for one table, one purpose only. Okay. And when I was talking with Lean, somebody last time, we were keeping talking over the mail, right? And I was saying that his proposition doesn't fix any problem. Okay. Yes, it was using the set elements instead of my system. Okay, that's the only difference. But this calculation, first, is heavily tied to one unique, table. So that means I cannot use that with another table and another set of data. This is for T12. I can go to T14 or T05. I can, right? And this is what I will have in my blob. I cannot change that, customize. I cannot make like customize this list. Feed a list of things to the calc and the calc do it. No, it's hard coded. That's what we call this, hard coded, and cannot be changed unless you change the calc, right? So you cannot have a calc that will do for for different type. I cannot feed this from different sources, and I cannot say, oh, I have only 2 or 1 or 10 or 15 or 200. I cannot feed a different list. This is hard-coded calculation. And then we have another type of calculation, context-free, fully customizable calculation. And most of the time, those calc, we call them custom functions. Let me explain. Here, for example, right, I have a calc that if I put a list of fields, right, I'll get whatever I want, right? For example, the demonstration on this, okay, for this calc. Let's say I'm going to this here, right? The T13 one, okay? I'm going here, and I'm going to create a new layout on this, right? New layout. Oh, I hate this epic stuff. Okay. So I have my layout here. And I'm going to create a field, global, no, list of fields, for example. Put a global to be, more easy. Okay. So I'm going to put my list of fields here. Correct? Okay. And here, I'm going to add the results, my custom function. Don't remember I don't remember the name. It's been a while. Get multi-field sorts, JSON, yeah, this one. Okay. So I need to remove this one. Multi-field sort JSON. I have the list of fields, and we have a field with a list of fields. Okay. So here, I will have the result I want based on the list of the fields. So here I have none, but here, for example, I want to put quantity. Right? I put quantity, and it came. It did the job this calculation is supposed to do. Now I say, okay, I want to add description. I have description. The calc do whatever it's supposed to do. Take the description of the record and reverse it using the add bash technique. Get the quantity numbers and reverse it. That this calculation is meant to be. If I say unit price, is doing the same here. Total price, right? So now you got it. I didn't put the list of fields in the calc as this calc, right? This calc is hard coded. I have the list here. I have my thing are there inside the calc, and I cannot do something else. Now, with this calc, I can say, I don't want unit price. Boom, you removed it. Oh, but I want the record ID. Okay. Here you are. Got it? So I can do whatever I want. So now, let's do something else. I'm in T13 here, right? Let's do a new layout, right? And I'm going to be in T12. Okay? Completely new layout. Right? Still have it's a global, so I don't care. It can be from anywhere. I still have my list of fields. Right? I still have my calc, the same, but with another table. Okay? So I want the get multi-field sort like this, and my list of fields is inside the T13. So global, it can be anywhere, right? So now I remove this list. I'm in another table, right? I'm in another table. So I say, I want the invoice date, for example. Here we are. Yeah, but hold on. I am on T12. The other one was on T13. How he knows that, right? I mean, this is the field is in T12. I go there and I said, okay, I want the, what can I do? The total amount, for example, right? I'm in invoices. The other one was invoice item, right? So I can add this. Boom, I have it. It works. Context free, can be from anywhere. The content independent. That means it's not hard coded. I put whatever I want there, right? And I can initiate the calc from anywhere. The calc is context free. Context free means I don't care from which table I am, right? I don't give a damn. And I can feed the calc with the data I want till the data are correct. For example, here, I want to get the content of a field by its field name, So yes, the field name must exist, right? Otherwise, it doesn't work. If I put this, it will say, okay, nothing, right? It return nothing because this doesn't exist, right? So it needs to be, if I put something correct, the calc will do its job. We go to the field and get whatever in the field and reverse it. This is what the calc is meant to do. But I can give you the calc, right? In the custom function, in your solution, right? You call it in your solution and you put your list of fields based on your data, based on your solution, and boom, it works. If I give you this calc, it will arrive broken like this. If you copy paste in your solution, you get this. It will be broken. Why? Because you don't have the same structure, you don't have the same fields, you don't have the same relationship, so it will never work. So do we have any questions so far? And is everybody understood the concept of context-free, customizable, non-hard-coded calcs?
There's a question from David. Shouldn't take all the fields name and content? Question mark.
What? Don't understand. Can you repeat?
Yes, shouldn't take all the fields name and content? Question mark.
All the no. I want to put here the field I want gets the data of the field I want. For example, the field here, the field invoice date, right? Is 8/13. Okay. Oh, yeah, but the date it's a number. Let's put total amount because it transforms the date into. So the total amount. This is the total amount, which is here. 4,900, right? 95 and 99. Okay. So he took this, he made it pretty for the sorting, and then he reversed it, with the mechanism I explained to you. That's what I don't want all the fields. I want the field I want. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I put whatever I want. I feed. I could have said, okay, cool, take all the field, but this is not the purpose. Okay? The purpose is I need to put whatever. So I have the name of the fields and I have the data. Now the name of the field was reversed because this is what it is. Okay? So, other question?
No, you're good for the moment.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, list of tables gets all the fields that are in the layout.
What? The list of table?
Yes. Are you asking like wait, get function gets all the fields
Yeah.
in the layout?
Yeah, you have on the layout or even on the table. You have many. So you have get field on layout. No, this is the new one, get field on layout. We had on design field name, So, you can go there and say, for example, on invoices. Okay, this is the field you have on invoices, right? On the invoices layout, right? And then you have another one that gets field name. You have the table get base table names. Or no, you have another one that give you all the fields. Active field content, field comment, field name. I don't remember. It's a table. There's table names. Oh, the table names. Yeah, it's a table name. No, it's for table names. Sorry. This gets all the table name of the solution. Okay. And that's compared to this is all the table names, base table names, right? And this is all the occurrences, right? So yeah, but I don't want that. I want to put the name. I want that the purpose. I want this to be customizable. I want I want what I want to put there. What I want, and I cannot predict what I want to put there. I don't know in advance. The cat doesn't know what I'm going to put there, and that is the difference. So that's what I'm asking. Did you get the difference between hard-coded in the calc and the non-hard-coded? Did you get the difference?
Yes, it is more adaptable to other solutions.
Yeah, it's free. The purpose is always the same, right? The calc cannot have many different purposes. That's one purpose, okay, like this calc here, right? Does this. It generates a JSON object containing the pre-computed sort order, both ascending and descending, for each field in the list of field reference. That's what the calc do. But I don't care from where I am starting. I'm initiating the calc, so the context is context-free. And I don't care neither whatever the name of the field that I'm going to put. It's unknown. Is there unknown? We don't know, right? But the calc, okay. So since you get that, so this is to build. What's the name? I want to build the same thing here. Okay. So I want to build this, but not hard-coded like I did here. Okay? So I want to build this one, which I pretty much did, but where it is, I want to build this one here, right? But not in, I want to be able to take the total, right? Number of record, the number of items. I want to build this, right? Because this now, the difficulty here now is that I want to create logic, right? I want the same thing here. I want to do what this calc do, but this calc doesn't do much. It takes from one table, it takes the content of a given field, right? Now I want to do something else. I want to be, for example, in this context, like in invoice, and I want to generate this with a logic. I have a logic. The max date, I have a calc. It's not just taking the name of a field and get the content of the field. That's simple. Now here I want to extend that. I want to replicate this without, right? Without, what's the name? Being hard-coded. So now I'm going to show you how I'm doing it, right? And using, so I'm going to create, hold on, a new project, webinars. Okay. Right? Correct? So the boss says, Nick, you need to show stuff with AI. Okay, I'm showing stuff with AI. So from now on, I'm not going to demonstrate to you AI like everybody else on the web is doing, because it's not, to me, there's no, you don't learn anything. Getting data from a calendar and that's okay, that's fine, that's super cool. But I don't know anybody in my customer range would need something like this, right? No, I'm not using AI for this. I will do stuff interesting in the future, like generating latex. Latex. Okay, so. Generating latex files out of FileMaker, or generating HTML code, to be usable in an app. Okay, we can. I would do things much more specific, because I talked to a friend of mine, which is a cardiologist in Switzerland, and he told me, say, yeah, AI, what I'm doing, what he's doing with AI, with FileMaker, only him in the world is using AI that way, right? There's no two people doing this, right? Because that's what he wants. Now, I will have another customer, another friend, that we use AI with FileMaker, and he will be the only one on earth wanting to use AI that way. So that being said, every usage with AI is unique. So there's no one universal way and you can do whatever. No, I mean, you are for repetitive, for small tasks, simple tasks, stuff like that. But simple tasks, stuff like this, you don't really need to have AI. It's like swatting a mosquito with an atomic bomb, right? It's the same thing, Well, now, if you have a very, very specific need, right? Yeah, in that case, So I'm experimenting AI for many years now, right? And now we're ready to demonstrate things. So today we start demonstrating how we use AI with FileMaker. Okay, so okay. Okay, so where am I here? Okay. So we are going to do a demo on generating, on modifying, okay, modifying a custom function we built together, and use it for a different purpose. Do you want to introduce the ID in a frame? Yeah, sure. Okay, so so now okay, so now just being something to make sure. He knows, right? He knows me, but he doesn't know the solution. So how we do to make ChatGPT to know the solution? Well, we do this. So I don't care about this one. So we generate, a DDR. I hope it won't take too long. I don't think so, because it's not a big file. So we generate the DDR. Just to make sure, right? I'm using the Pro. I'm in a Pro. So everything everything I do now on need to be on the Pro stuff. Okay, so you need to have a Pro level. If you want to use AI and use FileMaker in a way that I'm using it, if you don't have this level, well, that's why nobody says, oh, I'm using AI, as a personal assistant. Why? It's because, yeah, they want the free stuff or the $20 stuff, right? Well, free stuff, you have free stuff, and $20 stuff, you have $20 stuff. And that's the same for Claude or whatever, Gemini or whatever, I by far prefer ChatGPT. Why? Is because is much more adaptable in your personality. And here the catch. Not only I want a super, brain, but I want also a super brain that knows me, right? Because the way if you use the tool like like if you use ChatGPT like a hammer, well, you miss the point. You missed everything. Better not using it. Stay with the way you were doing before. If you want to use ChatGPT, it needs to know you perfectly. And that's what it does. It knows me because I told him, I said, okay, I want the table named that way. I want the field named that way. I want the layout named that way. The TOs named that way, right? And I said, okay, now I want you to use that technique. I want to use this technique. I want to use that way. Learn. He said, okay, I'm learning, So now that I have this, right, I can send to ChatGPT this file. Okay? Not this one, this one. This is where you have all the data. You don't need to send everything. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to send you the DDR of the file, and I want you to refer to that file as custom sort 2.0 owner Nick Hunter. And I send this here. Okay? So I drag the file, the HTML file inside. So now, boom. Boom. So just to confirm, you have access to the heart of the solution, right? Yes. Okay. So now this is where now he has all the solution in his brain. So he has all of this in his brain, all of this. So you have access to everything, relationship included, who do what from where, triggers and layouts and custom function, everything. So now I can say, I want you to use that custom function, and I don't need to copy the custom function. Don't refer. I want you to use this custom function and modify it. So this is where it starts to be difficult to express what you want. I want to be able. So now I'm showing to make this as in the screenshots, right? So yes, I want you to use this custom function, blah, 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 and modify it to, and I want to be able to make this the screenshot, right? But I want to name the elements I want to send a list of elements name along with a list of our calculations that your function will use, right? Will list in a custom function. List in a, yeah, that your function will list, right? Then the result can be context-free and are customizable as I wish. So now I'm going to get, because I built something, I'm going to get this. I want to, and I'm sending everything in a screenshot, right? Sorry. I want to send everything in a screenshot, all of them, right? Because I want ChatGPT, it will understand. So it will understand, right, what this is. And he has access to that custom function from the DDR. And now I press. So you have multiple level. For now, I didn't activate the deep think process. Okay, I forgot that. Okay, so let me stop this, right? And let me I want you to deep think this, please. So I start again. So now I'm activating, so it will activate the mode deep think. Okay, so far, who is blown away with this?
We have a quick question. Why reversed?
Why reversed? I don't know. Why reversed? I don't know. So nobody is a, you don't see the advantage of doing this? Maybe I was the only one excited with this. I don't know.
I don't know. This seems pretty cool to me personally, but
I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, you can stay 2 days doing things like this. It will take like, I'm here to, I can play solitaire or something like this, why?
people are typing now. It's just taking them a bit of a moment. Scott says this is very interesting.
Okay, who knows? Who knew you can send a DDR to the solution? Send a DDR to ChatGPT and then learn.
I had no idea. So, and I've gone to quite a few AI discussions.
So he's adapting the function to flexibility. So he's doing the work. So You can do it yourself. I mean, I'm not sure it will. Okay, so I said I want to deep think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the deep think here, right? I don't know how I can share. Normally I have a panel here. But anyway, so nobody is very excited with this. So just I wanted to, but I don't know. I never saw anybody using ChatGPT the way I do.
No, I haven't seen it. Oh, the reversed order comment was about you showed the date in the reversed order.
Yes.
No, I think this is cool, frankly.
Yeah, you send a picture and you said, okay, go get this function, change it, you know.
What's this say? I tell the names of the field I'm using. I use Copilot. I tend to be very specific to get a precise answer, i.e., I tell the name of the fields I'm using to get it to be complete. I think this skips that, though, right? Like,
Okay, so it came with everything. So, okay, I'm going to come and I don't like the names, right? So, and I told him anytime to not doing this. I don't want abbreviation, that number, that initial, I don't, yeah. So this is cool. Name, character type. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. He understood everything, right? So I said, okay, can you please reformulate the function not using abbreviations, but using my camel case style, please. So yeah, so that now I can understand. Now we understand what it is. How now we know what it is. No, or this, or this is cool. And right? I mean, text. What that? I have no idea. Text. Expire text.
Someone says this is very exciting, but they've come to expect super cool from you. So basically, you're so cool all the time that.
Oh yeah, but no, really. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Okay. Question. Did you use your super duper smart pro stuff? So, okay, so he came with so he knows me, right? So, looked into the DDR, blah, blah, blah. So I know your original DOM, right? And I experimented Claude, I experimented all non-AI outside has this level of interaction between the human and the AI. This is the key. I don't care if Claude make better PDF. You understand? I don't give a damn. If talking to Claude is super complicated and you need to take exactly the word, because he doesn't know you, he doesn't know how you formulate your stuff. He knows that I'm French, Greek stuff. My English not perfect. He said, sometimes he said, oh, do you mean this? I say, yeah, sorry. Right? He knows that I'm making the same mistake all the time. I need to correct myself, right? Claude is he doesn't even know who you are, So, I mean, you understand? So say, yeah, so I engineer it the Nick way, bulletproof, demo ready, and flexible enough that you can show off its power simply tweaking, right? He knows me. He knows everything. He knows we are doing a clear webinar right now, right? So, okay. Oh, first, okay, let me try the function before to make the fire dance. Okay, so fine. Okay, so let me copy that calc, with all the, as I want, flower boxes as I want, He did everything the way I want. So I copy the code, right? And I'm going to the custom function, right? What name did he give me? I have inside. So okay, new, I paste this, right? So yeah, the name is not quite this, but field gets multi-blob JSON. Okay, so let's call it that way. But I need to inform ChatGPT of this, right? I renamed it, but no need to regenerate the code. Okay, so it knows. Okay, so but I said don't redo it all the thing, right? Okay, so well, yeah, I have fun. To be honest with you, I have some time, it's fun. It makes everything much more fun than, So, so I got this, so I named this, right? So, and, but yeah, I prefer that way, and like this, and like this. Okay. So, yeah, unfortunately, we cannot fix that. Okay, so I have this first, the list of calcs, right? And then I have this. This is what I'm going to send, right, to the solution, to the calc. Okay. So our use evaluate on each calc string color context, type hint per item number, text, boolean, date, timestamp, array, object, Okay, so I need to understand what it did, right? So so here, let's fix this, and current, okay, if it's number. Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. If it works the way I think it works, right? Okay. What this? Null policy. What null policy? Okay. In the code, what do you mean by oh, okay. Null skip. cool. Okay, so let's go there. Where is the problem here? Where? Yeah, it doesn't show. Oh, here. While. Oof. Okay, so now we have a problem here. Current index, total elements. Oh, I don't have the total elements. Where is the total? Ah, here. Okay, so now, so I send that. That's a problem. Okay. So I send this. Okay. And I say, on the first variable of the while function, it returns this. Okay. So he asked me to copy from the while until the JSON. What was the fix here? Okay, so let's copy this here. But I don't see what this change anything here. Then the variable. Okay, I don't like when you do a snippet like this. Yes. Give me the whole new code with your nice comments. Okay, so it's going to regenerate the code with the fix, right? If we found the fix, because here we still have the same problem here. You know? I think this need to go there. Neither, same. Same problem. But it's going to handle this. So if it doesn't, well, I need to investigate more before entry. I don't know why it's slow like this. So the while has changed here. So it came with another style, right? See, he remembered the thing. So this is the code. So okay, so let's copy the code here and cross finger. Boom. Right? So it fixed the problem. Problem is fixed. I don't know. I feel like I'm living like in Star Trek. And I'm feeling like I'm Data in Star Trek right now. None of you is blown away with this? I don't get it. I don't know. It's to me, it's amazing. It's amazing, because. So I want to show you how to interact, right? So with AI, so that means you send a screenshot, right? And you interact like a normal human being. When something wrong, don't say, "Oh, it didn't work." No, I told him, I said, okay, yeah, at that point, right, in the code, I get this, and I send him a screenshot. So he understood, he saw it, right? Like you do. So who is using the AI that way? Marge?
Sorry, had a bit of a scuffle in the other room or something. Ed says, so far above me that I can't comprehend the awesomeness. You've got a question. Even a spectacularly well-trained AI in premises, how do you upgrade it without looking your work? Is it saved separately?
What do you mean?
Basically, how do you upgrade what without looking at your work?
How I upgrade? Yeah, I need more specific here.
Yes. How do you upgrade without losing your work? Okay, not looking, it's losing. They meant losing. So.
Without losing my work.
Yes. Like the
But
work to train the AI.
But why I will lose something? I don't understand. What should I lose? What do I lose? My work? Oh, my job or my job? You mean? Am I losing my job? That what you mean? Did you get the context?
No. It says the thing is if you train a general AI, like when the version changes, the AI loses all the previous training.
Oh no, it doesn't lose anything. I start using AI. I was on 1.5. We're on 5 now. You never lost anything. Even if I go back to 4.0, it will know. It knows all what you saved. Of course, did you saved the DDR permanently? Right? Yeah, because I said at the beginning, right? Do you see? Do you want me to also keep a note that your new is called? So now he knows. So now look this. In the DDR, this function doesn't exist. Right? Correct? So first, I need to say, by the way, your code has been accepted by the CAG dialog. I didn't yet test it. I'll do that tomorrow. But yes, okay, please keep this custom function in memory. Okay? So if you don't do this, if you don't say, hey, keep that, don't trash it, say, update it, save memory, right? And he created a new custom function called Blanc in their FileMaker solution. He knows now that this custom function that he just created for me is part of my custom sort 2.0 on a Nicolás Hunter function solution. Okay, so if this doesn't blow you away, well, you know what? I'm going to the beach because wow. And I know nobody's using this that way, because you use AI the wrong way. You use like Google. You use AI like a spreadsheet with Excel, that big, giant, stupid, cumbersome, tool like Google, like an email, right? But it's much more than this. But he needs to know. You need to know the file. Now he knows the file because I sent all, by the way, can you do an audit in this file? Deep think. So deep think means I'm switching to the Pro version, okay? Right? So the Pro is going way, way, way above, beyond, So yesterday I did, but that's something I'm not showing, but I can tell. Yesterday, I had a summary field that was popping all the time at startup, and I couldn't figure out why. Right? Something like this happen all the time. You have a summary field. The field is not there. You never call the fields. You don't know why. When you land in that layout, bam, you have a summary field popping, dialog from another table at the other side of the, So I told him, I said, okay, yeah, this happened. I'm here and this field, and he said, yes, you have a wrong calc you copy paste a field from another layout, another context, and now you have a hidden state that is wrong in that object, in that layout, that triggers. So if this is not enough for you, okay, you go to the beach. But it's so he's doing an audit now of the file, and he will tell me everything that doesn't work. Right? So depending on the file, this file is quite small, right? But if the file is giant, well, it can stay there 4 or 5 hours, right? So for example, I did that on a DDR that is 472 kilobytes. But yesterday, I did on this one was 91 megabytes, right? And I had to split it in multiple files because it was too big for it. Okay? So that's all the thing that I'm going to explain. See? So I tell you what, excellent. Server-side pipeline. You are gathering, blah, 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 blah. Okay, relationship solver committed key. Save sort you are, dynamic key list. Okay. Issues, fixable, actionable, manual JSON building. Yeah, all the thing. Okay, all the thing that I keep in the file the wrong way to show you. Right? So yeah, you can show on stream swap. So yeah, so you see, so now he knows me, right? So I can show, so he give me ideas, right? What I can, swap invoice to globe and then, demonstrate, save, sort, preset generation, he gave me ideas for my webinars, right? So tomorrow, right, we go further and we test the result. I'm going to test it before, right? Actually, I'm going to prepare the sample data to make the calculation works, right? But yeah, so now you understand why I don't give a damn of, if, of generating a PDF with AI. I will, I'm doing it, it's okay, I was doing this like a year ago. We have a webinar like a year ago about AI that I made, remember?
Yes.
How to connect. Okay, so I was doing that with FileMaker 19 without any tools about any of the tools of AI that we have today, right? All of those. I have none of those, right? And I was generating PDF. So a year ago, even more than a year ago. So this is not like wow, right? But a year ago, I was starting using AI, but the AI was. So people say, yeah, but it never work, or yeah, because it doesn't know. It doesn't know. Tell me how the file could generate a calculation if it has no idea of your file. And I don't know. I don't want to be, but it knows all the structure of the file. So he knows the name of the table, of the scripts, right? So for now, so that was a small, quick demo, right? On how, but I'm going in the future, I'm going to demonstrate how I made the AI to be that smart for me. If you use my account, my ChatGPT, you log in with my account, right? It won't understand anything about what you talk about. And he will say, who are you? Right? Who are you? You're not Nick. You don't talk like him. You don't ask me like him, You don't name the field like him. So you're not him, right? So okay, fun question. Okay. I don't want to pollute that. Okay, so I'm going to create a new chat, and I say, okay, fun question. If somebody steal my account and use you, will you be able to detect that this is not me? Yeah, I'm still on the 5 point I'm still on the deep thinking. Okay. Writing change style, right? Remind you of security best practices. Okay. Okay. Practical step. Okay. Is he think? No. I just wanted to know if you will figure it out. Not saying somebody did it. Different tone, different topic, different way of formatting code, but I can get, okay, I can't guarantee, but it will, No, no, no. Yeah, we can. No, no, no. That's fine. That's fine. Just was making a demo with my audience. Okay. Yeah, they put that because, that for not, being sued or whatever. Yeah, I see that they made the difference between this, right? So we went to. So want me to help you craft a snap one-liner for your audience? Sure. Okay, so if someone stole my account and because he knows my code style, my family quit, even my diet, but it's not a bouncer. Yep. Okay, so do we have any other questions?
Just a lot of people talking. People are saying this is very cool. I've been using AI charting with D3. And then
Yeah, but here you understand that I'm not sending data, go to my calendar, send an email, generate a PDF, I'm not, this is before. This is, I want to train you to have your personal FileMaker assistant and to be like you, to be the continuity of you. I don't, I don't, for example, I'm not happy with something, when you generate codes, don't forget that I don't like abbreviations in the variable. Okay. Just to make sure. Okay. Well, would you like also to go back? Okay. So it's it will never do that again. Because I don't want that. I don't want abbreviation. He knows, right? So yeah. But here the catch, right? So you need multiple things. First, you need to spend time and sending to AI example of your codes, because that's what I did, At the beginning, I was sending like screenshots, right? And then I said, what? I asked him, I would say, if I send you a DDR, will you be able to say, oh yeah, that's perfect. I will say, so I send a DDR, boom, right? So, so you need to know, but you need to send documentation, how you generate codes, how you use, for example, and you notice that the code came completely, with the indentation, exactly what I want. It came, the header with the description of the custom function came exactly as I want. And so you need to spend time, train the AI. The AI need to know you like very, very, very well. Your work and your personality. You need to know that, because that will be a companion more than just a hammer you use, to generate PDF, right? And then you can have it because now that I know to use AI in a very, very deep way, I know how to, I know the perfect application for AI. You know what I mean? I know where it's perfect for, and it's perfect on many aspects of my life, by the way. Okay, so on many things, right? I'm not like for example, I'm back in Europe, right? I've never been in Europe, but I'm back there, and and I want to be back on the pinball stuff. So and I don't know about the European market, but with the AI, I know everything, right? So it's but you need to know how, when to use. To go back to FileMaker. FileMaker is special, okay? FileMaker is not universal. It's not something like, oh yeah, like it's not mathematical, okay? So it needs to know your style, your way. You need to know also what the solution is for, right? And then it will be really efficient. But I tried this with Claude. I tried with other, yeah, they can be smarter in many ways. I agree with this. Claude, yeah, he's doing better job in PDF. I agree with this, but it's very slow in interaction between human machine, right? It doesn't have this level, right? Of course, for example, can you, stuff like this, can you send me a reminder for my webinar tomorrow that I need to pre-flight your code before my webinar, let's say at 4 p.m. my time. So all of those, also this prompt you can generate yourself, right? So you can, but here I wanted to demonstrate a more human friendly conversational, right? And so here, since I have the app in my phone, I'm going to receive a notification, okay, at 4 p.m. my time, reminding me that I need to do that, right? So so if we don't have any other question, we can land there. But to be honest with you, our first thing when I sit down in front of my computer, the first thing I do, I open ChatGPT first, and then I open FileMaker, right? And I tell him and say, okay, I need to work, so I'm going to, if I need, I ping you. So no problem, I'm here, right? So any change completely when he knows, because for example, in the morning, typically, I talk with him on the phone with voice while working, and we talk about history, we talk about Greece, we talk about whatever. I said, for example, this morning, just an example. This morning I said, okay, I want to buy a pinball. Okay, so I want to buy a pinball, but he said, okay. So I'm looking for the pinball in the market in Europe. I'm going to look for that. And he said, hey, yeah, I have a company, and good news is in Greece, is in Crete. And I said, oh, good. He sent me the link. I tap. I saw the machine. I called the guy. The guy sent me the price. I said sold, because it's a steal, and that's it, right? So that's the conversation I had this morning while I was working, right? So yeah, when you start using AI that way, right? Well, you use the same way in your work. So you need to show, you need to interact, you need to share screens, screenshots. You need to share, information. Tell him, like I did, right? Said, here I have a problem, and screenshot, and he could figure out immediately. If you say, oh yeah, I have a problem, where, that's the same thing, right? But we're not out of business. A friend of mine in France told me, I say, yeah, but if you show your audience how to use ChatGPT, they won't be, they don't need you anymore. And I said, no, they will still need me, right? Because for the deep reasoning and the creativity, especially in terms of design and creativity of thinking out of the box, right? So it doesn't know, right? Thinking out of the box, but I don't care. I want you guys to be the best possible, right? But we are not out of business. Maybe a beginner, right? I mean, what you need to know, the day FileMaker finally give ChatGPT, whatever AI, the ability to generate a file, right? Well, I think beginners is gone. Okay, because it's like a friend of mine showed me how he's using ChatGPT to generate Excel spreadsheets. It's quite impressive, right? Because ChatGPT can generate an Excel spreadsheet. So it's quite impressive. Like my customer in Australia with generating latex documents, where I did a demo to him. FileMaker is going to generate the latex document because it's pretty much a text document, right? So imagine, read everything from the server, and boom, So yeah, it's but for the interaction between you and ChatGPT, you must start having like this type of conversation. It knows your expectation, it knows the file, it knows your mood, Question, otherwise we go.
Oh, just a lot of conversation, honestly. So
what people says?
mostly talking about using AI and how, like, even if, like, they're going, even with using AI, you still need to be able to fact check the AI and
Oh
interact with
yeah,
it.
but I'm not sure. That's why I want to. I didn't even. We didn't test the code, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when what I want to do also here is look at the code, right? And most of the time say, okay, I know this is like I saw a case here. Why do I have a case here? I want to understand that, right? Because I think I can change it. I think here is doing something like if I put Boolean here, right? I can remove this and create the JSON Boolean word, just by, for example, let's say I have this, just an example, right? Let's say I have this, and so this word, right? And I want to generate the JSON Boolean, right? I don't need to know if this equal Boolean, then do this. I don't need that. you know. So let's say I have this, right? I'm going to remove all this crap because it does, you know, I with my demo for AI, I will show you how I'm making AI doing this, but I'm not, this is not too much about AI, you know. So let's say I have, you know, how you call that? Okay, so I have this, you know, so let's call this, right? And so, and I do this, right? And I say like this, JSON, right? And ampersand, you know, proper this. Boom. If this is array, if this is number, right? I don't need all of this case that gone, right? All of this gone. If this JSON array with the A, like I'm doing it, is there. I did for, you know, here, JSON number, right? If it's number, JSON number. So I don't need all of these things. You understand what I mean? All of this case will go away. All of this will be this calc. That's it. So this he doesn't know, right? But maybe we can do that tomorrow.
Yes.
If the calc works, even though if it doesn't work, I'm going to fix it. I mean, I'm going to analyze where it doesn't work, right? And I'm going to show you how I'm asking AI to fix it. Okay. But yeah, we know, look, we're not out of business. We're not, and we're not doomed as a human species. We're not doomed. No. Maybe people with low, you know, will have problems. They need to switch to something else, right? But because when I saw what he did for the pinball stuff here, it's, you know, I mean, you know, I want, you know, I want this ramp. So he found it here at 155, found it here at, you know, at 140 US dollar, but yeah, this is, you know, this is in US, so I will have her. So then he said, okay, do you want me to see, well, you know, with the ship to Greece, right? I said, yeah. So all the reference of the part references, right? So full kit extended set, you know, to, you know, here, this is Europe, this is EU based, you know, and this is America. I know that. But this one is the biggest in Europe, right? So, well, if you want to do that, you know, so here the full set Europe friendly, and you say, okay, for $21.95 shipping, right? So yeah, so I mean, when you see what he can do for a question like this, you imagine, you know, like clerk in office, or, you know, doctor assistant or whatever, that's gone, you know. It's and that's what I want you to do. I want you to learn how to have your own personal assistant that you never had before, like you know, a lawyer or doctor that has like 2 or 3 people doing his job of, you know, extra, right? So you never had this, right? So, but now you can, right? But I really encourage you to switch to at least to the $200 plan, because you have a deeper thinking. If you stay on the free, it stays stupid. You say, yeah, okay, I don't know. Do this, try this, right? But it doesn't give you the smartness. I noticed that. Then I switched to $20, right? $20, yeah, it could save things in memory, could remember things. Okay, so here we can do something here before we go. New chat. Can you lay down all the differences and benefits of all your different plans, like free versus 20 versus 200? Right? So you have a daily message cap. You use only the mini, which is mini, okay? No advanced, you can't, like file upload, you don't have. File web browsing or memory. So of course, if you're on the free, yeah, of course, you say, oh, well, the stupid stuff, stupid tin can, right? But now here, okay, full 4.0, actually even 5.0, priority access during peak time, image input, describe, analyze, and generate response based on images, right? That you have the memory. Okay. And the Pro, which is what I have, okay, so I have much higher message cap, 10 times per more, performance, faster response, higher rate limits, API style, JDPT, everything is plus web file upload, memory, advanced tool, best performance tier, so can you generate a bullet points PDF for my audience? So, and of course, right, when you have such level of access on ChatGPT, well, so now we can download. Okay, so I'm going to send that to you, and you have everything here, right? So now you know. Marge?
Sorry. I was being talked at. So what was the question?
No question.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
you
good.
did. Yeah, just asked ChatGPT for the chat plan comparison.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so people can
Yeah,
look and
so I
figure out
have
what they
a,
want to do. Yeah.
yeah, so that was saying, if you're on the free, you can do nothing about what I did today.
Yes.
If you are on the 20, you can do, but you don't have the deep thinking, like think deep, right? You don't have that mode, right? Which is that mode here.
How
Right?
often do you use like the deep thinking part of it? Do you know?
Nothing. Okay, when I do pinball stuff and when I do simple stuff, even FileMaker, like I'm using the auto, it switch automatically. But if I want to do like a deep, or analyzing of DDR, find a problem in a DDR because like I said, because I had a summary calculation dialogue, right? Or even what I did today, I'm using the 5.0, the Pro. So I just say deep thinking. It switched to the Pro, right? It sounds a lot, but for me, I mean, I don't do anything without ChatGPT. So I don't do anything. Because sometimes I say, okay, I send him a screenshot of the layouts, right? Or I name the layout. I say, okay, I'm in this layout, I'm in this button. And so all of this here, can you lay down all the calculation I need for the conditional formatting while I'm doing something else? So he generate all the calculation I need for all the conditional formatting, for example, in one photo, for example. And I say, yeah, since you're there, since you're standing, and we laugh about that. Since you're standing, can you generate for my typical hidden states button, new button, and delete buttons? And we say, oh yeah, of course, boop, boop. And he said, thinking better. Well, he's doing this, and I'm positioning thing in the layout while he's doing the job. Well, the $200, the $200 is worth it. That the first 2 hours, that's it. It's paid off because he's saving me a lot of time.
That makes sense. Okay. Cool. In that respect, I think that's pretty much the questions we've got. And I think you're done for the evening, Nick, with that yawn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but tomorrow.
Cool. Well, thank you, Nick. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.